Okay, I guess that's good, yeah. Title said Puzzle Brush, but I'm just gonna play rapid games because I need to get my rating up. Just gotta wait, trying to get a certain rating range. I can show the camera on me because you can't even see the physical board really well. I don't know. Let's see how this looks. That's perfect. Okay. We're still waiting though. I don't know why is it taking so long. Like, why can I not find somebody that's rated 1400 that wants to play 15 plus 10? This is one of the 11 presets. There should be plenty of people playing 15 plus 10. Wi-Fi should be working. Okay, there we go. Bros rated 1400. Alrighty. Should good chances this game. Cover the screen now, and I don't know how that's staying up. Weird. Played e4, so I played e6. Yeah, I'm just blocking the laptop screen with my pieces of paper because I want to have good board vision. Standard openings here. D4, E4 makes sense. Take control of the center. This is the Pierce defense. Play knight F6, baiting them to play E5. I'm just going to get some nice development. It's a very safe position. The goal of the opening is to create a safe and active position through controlling the center, developing your pieces, safeguarding your king. Knight C3. Okay, so once I do that, we play C6 because we prevent the knight from going to B5 or D5. Next, we're probably playing G6, or we could castle. We could try to play E5 first by playing knight B D7, Queen C7, because I don't know if I want to put the bishop on E7 or G7. I don't know if I want to play Pierce defense or Philidor defense. So let's see what the opponent does. No, I gotta move faster than last game because I had great chances. I missed a move, knight captures bishop, which would have just helped my position a lot. But then I was losing on time, blundered two pawns, and then I blundered my knight. So I just stacked my queen and just like let myself lose on time, I think, or maybe I resigned. opponent's thinking really hard. Thinking just play knight f6 or knight f3. I mean, and then bishop e3, maybe bishop d3, 2 even maybe. Okay, h3. So they're trying to prevent me from developing the bishop to attack the knight, which is what I usually do. So how about we play knight bd7, then e5. Okay, so I need to spend this time productively. So what is my opponent going to do? What are my opponent's candidate moves? Plans, threats? I mean, obviously they're going to go knight f3 because they played h3 to prevent me from playing bishop b4. So I'm really wondering why they're taking so long. Maybe they're trying to figure out what to do after knight f3? Or what, maybe they're trying to figure out what I do. Bishop e2 first. Then knight f3 and castle, probably. So we just play e5. It's completely fine. If d takes e5, then d takes e5. Knight defends. Okay, they play knight f3. Okay, I guess I'll play bishop e7. A little bit symmetrical. So I'm going with the Philidor rather than the Pierce. That's what I did last game. I had this idea to start doing this a couple of days ago. Because the bishop is more active on e7. I know the idea on g7 is that it will be open in the future once we exchange the center pawns. But... and I also noticed that like the d6 pawn is weak sometimes. So... we're gonna start playing the Philidor more often, I think. Take your time, consider your opponents. Oh no, take your time to properly evaluate and calculate. Rule number 1. We just gotta control the center. Opponent can trade pawns. So we both have a pawn in the center. Both got 2 knights and a bishop developed. Consider your opponent's threats and plans before your own. We're just gonna castle. We're still in the opening, so I mean, again, you control the center, develop the pieces, safeguard your king. So we gotta figure out how to develop my light square bishop and my other rook. I'm glad I'm not the one that's low on time in this game. Wow. Bishop g5. Okay. Developed their dark square bishop. I might just play h6. If they take my knight, then I just have another piece defending e5, which is my bishop. Can't go wrong with that, right? Also prevents the knight from going to g5 in the future, so let's do some h6 action here. Then we're going to play queen c7 or castles. These openings are so simple, beautiful. I need to figure out what the proper middle game plans are. I just kind of wing it. I was watching this Esports World Cup, And they're talking about the king's Indian defense and how you need the white square bishop in order to actually launch some attacks. So I think what I'm going to do is like find some high-level master games that are in the same opening that I play using the Lichess database. I might start thinking about playing Temple Zero because it's probably really boring to watch, really slow. Now they move, okay. So both bishops on the e-file. I'm gonna wait for them to castle before I castle. I really want to make sure there's no opposite side castling. They could try to trick me and move their queen and castle. But opposite side castling is usually very dynamic because you can just launch pawn storms, so Queen c7 is like overprotecting, kind of, but the other two squares don't make any sense at all. They both have vulnerabilities. Like they could play d5, then the bishop has a discovered attack, or if I go queen a5, then they can just play bishop d2, move the knight. So I don't know if I've ever played this opening where my opponent does this response with both bishops and the e-file before. Probably not. I wonder if it'll be any good. I mean, theoretically, yeah. Bishops are centralized, so they should have good activity, good potential. Man, this guy really does play 15+10, like, thinking a lot, like it's a tournament game, like we're playing classical, but 10+0, I just gotta start thinking faster, moving faster. If I do 10+0, I just don't like it, I think. We'll be fine. Because it's like playing Blitz when you play 10+0, and you can just win all the time. Like, I saw in the Esports World Cup, I see with streamers like Akeem Brown, or even Akaro too, obviously, is that even if it's like a drawn position, you can just move a bunch if you're up on time, and then the opponent loses on time. That's not very fair, honestly. You need to win on the board, so we'll use increment. I'm sure it takes talent, but it's like, I don't know, you're just not winning on the board. That's where most of the real skill is at. So what is my action plan going to be for the middle game after I castle? I mean, I guess, I don't know, b6, b5 type moves are kind of bad because then they don't defend c6 anymore. So I guess maybe knight b6 is an idea. Or like bishop e3, d5, or bishop e6 to support d5. I could also play like d5, bishop b4. I don't know about that though. It's not very exciting. Doesn't seem very good. That's what I mean. Man, taking forever. What do I do? Queen d2. Okay, it's as I expected. They're not castling yet either. I mean, I guess once I play b6, then the bishop takes the place of the pawn. So if they ever take the pawn on c6, I can recapture the bishops. Kind of the idea. And instead of fianchetting the bishop on g7, I'll just do it on b7. So I still can have some long-term nice threats. And like I don't even have to think. He's not threatening much at all. Gotta be careful. H6, defend it twice and attack twice. By the G pawn and then rook on H8. So I got worried there for a second. Yeah. The light square bishop doesn't have anywhere to go except for C4 or D3. It's not very good. The dark square bishop has absolutely nowhere to go. That's why I kind of like the idea of playing D5. And because I could even pin the knight to the queen now, since they played queen D2. But D5. If they play E captures D5, yeah, it doesn't really work. Then I play queen. I play bishop B4, and then play D captures C6. I don't know. Hold up, is this even a public stream or did I make this private? Edit, oops. Public, save. Interesting. D captures E5. Yeah, I'm good there. That's fine. I'm just gonna take with the pawn. Although maybe you should. Yeah, I mean whatever. I'm gonna open up the file. D captures E5. Why can't I play D captures E5 too? D captures E5. I think I need to make more content, like a video and a short. That's what I was just thinking about. Because honestly, streaming, it doesn't seem like it's worth the time at my level. I need more subscribers first. It takes a long time to get support for people that regularly watch the streams. But with shorts, you can get a lot of views. In videos, you can often get an okay amount of views, like a couple hundred. Where did I pick this pawn up from? I guess both those pawns were traded off. Yeah. And bro thinks more than me. He's thinking forever. Long castle. Okay, I guess we just play bishop b7. So maybe we long castle too to put a rook on the d. Even though you're not. Okay, shit, I messed it up. I already have a rook on the d file. Yeah. King goes to c1, rook to d1. Bishop b7. Yeah, I want to keep things symmetrical, probably. Even though in the Pierce defense you kind of supposed to castle kingside. I'm supposed to be aggressive like that, but I don't know. I'm not. We can just adapt to what my opponent plays, and we can analyze this afterwards so I know what to do in the future. So yeah, they've just got one more rook to develop, and their development will be complete. So I guess I'm one move behind, but I mean, I'm black, so it makes sense. We got control of the center. We do develop, safeguard the king. So we're just about to the middle game. Bishop c4. Ah, so now they're kind of forcing me to castle kingside. Unless I just immediately play rook f8. Or should I just castle kingside? I mean, I think I can survive attack. Rook f8 or short castle. It's got to be like the two options, right? Or attack the bishop and like bait them to sacrifice the bishop for the pawn. They could sacrifice the bishop for a pawn if I kingside castles. I think we play rook f8. I'm probably going to castle next move, and then play b5. Imagine I could just keep my king in the center and play rook d8. Because the e file is closed, it's pawns on e5 and e4, but probably not actually doing that. Because the idea, the reason I was thinking about that is because you shouldn't be pushing the pawns in front of your king, really. b5. Queen e2. What? What are they trying to do? Okay, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to go bishop a6. Just saw it's the last second. It's probably not that bad because I can still play b5 afterwards. Like, should I play b5 now? It shouldn't be a big deal because I can just play b5. So I'm just gonna long castle. Okay, thank God. I just realized typing it in. If you wanted a long castle, but you type in short castle first because it's 2 instead of 3, you gotta be careful. It's like both were an option. Which one would I do? Obviously, we do short castles. Jeez, gotta be careful about stuff like that. Two minutes, 30 seconds, gotta be careful. Knight h4. So this is gonna threaten to go knight f5. Attack the bishop and the pawn. That's pretty powerful actually, because both of those pieces are undefended right now. You know, I could just do like rook e8. And then bishop f8. Or I could play knight g8 maybe. No. I mean, I think b5 to attack the bishop. Then it'll move the bishop, and then I can try to deal with the knight. I might play as king b8, bishop c8. That'll take too long. Then you have to move the knight too. I mean, technically, like rook e8, and then bishop f8 might be best. So I guess, like in this case, it would have been best to just feed and counter the bishop instead of put on e7. Because then I could play g6, and the bishop would defend the h6 pawn, and the pawn would defend the f5 pawn, the f5 square. I think we'll just play b5 for now. Get a tempo. If they sacrifice, that's fine, because our queen is defending our king. I could win a pawn, actually, if I go b4, remove the defender, and then take the pawn on e4. But then I'm allowing knight f5, and obviously he's going to win a pawn back. Oh, wait, actually, then no. Then I could actually play bishop f6 after he plays knight f5. Or actually, wait, I can just play g6 because, oh no, the bishop still attacks the pawn, but the queen no longer attacks the pawn on h6. They're thinking really hard about how they want to lose. You can lose in 20 moves, or you can lose now by sacrificing the bishop for pawn. No, I could lose this. He's gonna put some pressure on himself. Let's clock it that low. Even if you got 10-second increment, like last game, I was feeling the clock pressure, and I was playing 15 plus 10. Knight f5. He plays it now. Oh, I'm stupid. Why did I allow that? It's because he attacks the bishop. Ah, you know what I could play is knight b6 now. And the queen defends the bishop, and the knight, the bishop on b5 is still attacked. Is that even necessary? I don't know. And it also opens up the d file, some trades. If he takes the pawn, he's gonna lose the bishop. So if he trades minor pieces, then he's gotta move his bishop. I'm just going to play knight b6. I'm still threatening to play... I've still got this potential idea to play knight captures e4 after I play b4 and remove that knight on c3. Bishop captures b5. I knew they were going to sacrifice. That doesn't make any sense. I'm just up a minor piece now, so... Okay, buddy. I don't know why I knew they were going to do that. Where's your compensation? I guess you'll get 2 pawns, potentially. Because actually the knight can take the pawn on b5 and get a tempo on the queen. But I could just play queen b8. Knight captures b5 first. Oh, okay, but am I losing this? Oh, I might be losing the bishop now. What the hell? Wow, they did well. They calculated. Okay, well, actually, I got something better. I'm going to play... Well, maybe not, actually. I can just play in-between move. Rook captures d1, check. But I can't actually move my queen back because the rook is going to be covering that. Oh, you know what? I can play bishop a6. If knight takes queen and the bishop takes queen with a tempo on the rook. How about them apples? Offense is the best defense. Bishop a6. Knight takes queen. It's not a check. We're doing good. Thank the Lord. I got lucky. It's a little thing there. Otherwise, about to lose the bishop, and they're about to get their piece back. Which I guess wouldn't have been like that bad. But I'm up 2 pawns right now, right? Uh-oh. Bishop captures b6. What? That's weird. Should I just play... I can just play queen captures that. This is a trade. I'm up a bishop. I don't have to play knight. Bishop captures knight. Because now it's just a very powerful pin now. And now you can't move the knight. Now you're going to lose the knight. Unless you defend with the pawn. But... Oh, wait. No, then if I take the bishop, it's again. Then I'm going to lose the bishop on e7. With a check. Oh, I have a pawn. A captures b6. No funny business. We don't need to take the knight. We're just going to take the piece, the bishop. A captures b6. Yeah, they're low on time now, so... Shouldn't have touched the board. Just gotta... Like, I could have done the same thing by drawing arrows on the online board, which I usually do, but like, I gotta just sit in your hands and just visualize. Knight captures e7 check, queen captures e7, so now the knight's still pinned, and then we're still up a minor piece. They sacrifice the bishop for pawns. Oh, so no. They're up. They got 2 pawns, I've got a bishop, so I'm up 1 point. I was looking at these pawns and confused. Fight finally get a win. But they could keep surviving though, even though they've got low time. But I feel like they probably have some time pressure on them now. I'm just gonna trade everything. Queen c4 check. How about I just play... Okay, don't touch anything. How about I just play king b8? Okay, obviously can't block with the queen. They've got no checks on the dark squares. King b8. a4. Okay, how about I just play rook c8? Or I could try to trade off rooks first. No, but then I'm just helping them develop their h rook. We don't need to do that. So yeah, rook c8. Attack that queen. Get out of here, buddy. You should go to b4, it'd be funny. No, he went to queen b3. Okay, how do I activate the knight? Should I try to do that? How about I first take the knight, because we're winning, and we want to neutralize the piece. We don't want them to use the knight against our king. So bishop captures b5. Imagine they play a captures instead of queen captures. Then I'm going to be playing king b7, rook a8. Queen captures b5. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't say k. But okay. Haha, I'm so funny. No, I could play queen c5 or... Oh yeah, well actually, I was going to say queen c5 or rook c5, but actually the pawn is hanging right now on b6. So how about we play queen... Well, I guess queen c5 would work too. I was going to play queen c7. Because I noticed there's a pattern where the queen has a diagonal of 3 and a straight line of 3. So... But what if they play queen a6? I guess I'll play rook c7 then. Oh, I'm also threatening checkmate, so I have to trade queens now. Queen c5. Yeah, great move. Oh wait, maybe a queen c7 would have been better then. But then they would have just played like queen b3. So maybe it's still not forced, but if they go queen b3, I'll go like queen c4. Then we get to trade. Rook d2. Okay, buddy. Trade queens time. Queen captures b5. It's just very simple. If you have material, you just simplify. I'm assuming a captures b5 now. I don't know why they're thinking. Don't you need more time on your clock, buddy? I was gonna say, hopefully I got everything on the board correct. Simple move here. King b7, playing rook a8. How are they gonna defend that? Oh wait, I could also take the pawn on e4, but this plan's better. It's gonna threaten to win a rook. They don't even see it yet. So I can afford to play this move because they have to play king b1 to defend. Oh wait, they defended the e pawn. That's whatever. Rook a8. I'm talking really fast. Might try to put some time pressure on my opponent. Even though they've got 10-second increment, but I mean, if I make them think for more than 10 seconds, then we're making progress. And I can also double up the rooks. So they might just have to play rook h2. How funny would that be? King b1. Okay, king a5. Also trying to take the pawn. Rook a5, not king a5. I don't know if I said that. Simple rook a5. Nice. It's nice that our knight on f6 is defending d7, so there's no rook check. They could play rook d1. They played c4. Ha! So now I can play this move I wanted to. Shit, where was it? Rook f to a8. But now they can play king c2. But I can still trade rooks though, that's good for me, so. Unless they would play rook h2, which is terrible from them. Rook f a8. King c2, they played it. Rook a1, baby. I want you to play rook h2, it'd be hilarious. But then you could honestly just play like g3, g4, and your rook is back in the game. But if they played rook h d1, it's odd. So we are going to be trading rooks. Rook captures d1. And then rook or king? Probably rook. Rook captures d1. Trying to get some time back on the clock, I see. Okay, now we play king c7 and then rook d8. No infiltration squares. Nothing wrong with playing king c7. Just limit the rook's activity. Like someone says, if there's a rook that has an open file, it doesn't matter if there's no infiltration points on the file. But if they just move the rook over and don't want to trade rooks, then that's going to be a problem. And I guess we're going to start having to push the kingside pawns, the h and g pawns, all that. Move the knight, push the f pawn. I can play like knight h5 maybe, and then knight g3. Okay, they played king c3. Wait, okay, so rook. I can win this with a knight, right? Oh, this might actually be dangerous if I move the. If I just trade rooks. Because they've got 3-on-1, they're up pawns. I'm gonna get to an endgame, and I'm gonna sacrifice my knight. Pawn. No, I can defend with my knight. We're fine. I'm just gonna play rook d8. Because the pawn on b6 prevents the king from coming forward, as does the knight on f6. If they move the rook, I just got control of the file. That's amazing. If they play rook a1, I play rook b7. So they don't have any open files to advance on. Unless they want to play rook a4 for some reason, but that doesn't do a lot. They play rook captures d8. We play king captures d8, and probably king back to c7. So they're losing because they sacrificed the bishop for a pawn. For no reason. I mean, I guess the reason was they thought they had some tactics, but they should have calculated better, I guess. Like, they're trying to just make it chaotic and hope there's tactics, maybe. You can't play like that. I don't even have to play king c7, I guess. Well, I wanted to play knight d7, because then if they push the pawn, then I can just take it and not even trade. Knight d7. And then maybe I can rewrite my king to the king side over towards the g file. So knight d7. What do you do now? How are we making progress now? Yeah, I'm gonna put my king on e6. The opponent's not gonna have any advancing moves. Well, now that my king's not in the b file, actually, that could be a problem if they push the pawn. I don't know. It'll be fine. King e7. See, they're already trying to get him go into go into on the d5 square. Now they play b4. Okay. King e6. Oh wait a minute. This might have been a big mistake. Hold up. Now they're gonna have two passed pawns, marching forward towards my knight. Yeah, my king needs to scoot over to the d6 square. I'm gonna have to play like knight b8. Ugh. I'm bad at in-games, man. Okay, no, they didn't even see that. g4. What do I play? g6 and then f5. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, if they play... Oh, no, yeah. If they play c5, I have to play b captures c5. Then they play b captures c5. Oh, no, knight can take still, yeah. Okay, I was worried if I played knight b6, there'd be some sort of problem there, but... Okay, let's play f5, 2 attackers, 2 defenders. It's going to be hard to actually advance my pawns, though, since I'm playing defense as well. E captures f5 check. G captures f5. And then we're going to play king captures. Then we just roll up, capture the f pawn. A little risky. g5. Oh shit. Good move. H captures g5. Oh, or are they just going to push the pawn? Yeah, I'm having to defend against multiple threats now. I'm going to have to move my king over. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I think I just have to play H captures g5. I don't want to move my knight necessarily. But if they play h5, I'm fine. I play f6. And actually the knight still defends. Actually, yeah, the king still can't go forward. The knight is completely fine defending everything, actually. Because now I have a row of 3 pawns that completely prevent the king from coming forward. So f6. And they still can't push that pawn, because pawn c5, b captures c5, b captures c5, knight captures c5. Then I play like knight b7. And I can and then I reroute the knight, sacrifice it once it gets to b8, or just move back and forth, stuff like that. Why didn't I type in king f6? I'm just going to pick up that h pawn, I'm going to pick up the f pawn. Those pawns are absolutely beautiful. The f5, e5. Never expected that. Okay, now they play c5. B captures c5. No, I could actually play g4 instead of worrying about their pawns, and I'm going to make my own threat. Because it's taking them a while for them to actually get their king over to b8. King c4. Ah, here we go. I'm going to play... Should I play knight b6 check? No, then they take the pawn. So I guess I'll just take the pawn now. Oh, this is bad, dude. I knew it. Ugh, shit. I've got 2 different threats. But they have to take my pawn though first, I guess. And then I'll just play g4. I'm going to be pretty close to promoting. So yeah, once my knight goes to b8, it's going to take the king a while to get there. So thank God I can play g4. h6. I actually don't have to move my king yet. Once I play h7, I play g7. And then my king will be in the pawn of the square. Because it is currently in the pawn of the square. So yeah, g4 is winning. I've got two different pawns about starting to promote. So if they move the king over, then I'm just going to play b3. Very simple in game now. F capture g4. Then I'm going to play f capture g4. We got this totally under control, thank God. In games are sometimes complicated, but I mean, you just got to know the principles, some strategies. Really just like prophylaxis and piece activity improvement in general. And eventually, if you're out material, and if you've got the theoretical win, then you'll probably be able to find it. Okay, they resigned. Let's go. I got a win. 2 views. No current viewers. Let's see, what does this look like? Whatever. Might not be too exciting to watch, but I mean, people watch it afterwards. A little bit. Okay. So I'm going to reset the board, and then we're going to analyze the game a little bit. Oh, I don't have to do that anymore because I'm not playing chess.com. Okay, hold up, what was the game? Black versus 1399. White's winning, but I mean, I did play the right move. Bishop e7, rather than trying to do g6, bishop g7. b5 is actually a move. Okay. So they wanted a4, or the engine wanted a4. Bishop went to g5. Should have just kingside castled. Wow, so b5 is necessary to prevent a4, I guess. Someone to play like a5, they play a4. Yeah, they lost. Taking the center pawn lowered their evaluation by 1 point. It's a beautiful thing about Pierce defense, Philidor defense. They actually can't take the pawn on e5 or attack the knight on f6. I don't know why exactly, but I just for this in this specific position, but. What? Want b5? Yeah, because they're not actually gonna sacrifice. Again, I don't know why it took so long for me to play b5. They found the best move. Kudos. Yeah, they should have moved the bishop. They sacrificed the bishop. And I guess I should have just moved my bishop since it's hanging. Either square, it says. Okay. Yeah, they just lost 1.8. It's bad. And they should have took with the queen rather than the knight. Interesting. Best move. Okay, I'll take it. Next best move, the in-between move I was considering. Yeah, that's plus 4.4. So happy I found that. Happy I found that. Wow, knight b6 check. Bishop takes. I don't get that really, because there's a rook, bishop, and queen there. But I mean, it's negative 1.7. I'm still winning. Ah, I could have played king b7. Yep, attack the queen. I should have took that pawn earlier, but I just knew I should trade. Good move there, best move. Move the queen over. Then we're just trading everything the rest of the game. Then this endgame I knew was going to be a little difficult, a little stressful at least. Yeah, I just should have played g4 immediately, because I don't have to get into that square yet. So once they go, or wait, what? Yeah, once they go in 3x3 square, I go in 3x3 square. g4, I missed g4 immediately. Well, no, it says king f6 is better. I played king f6, but g4 should still be good. Completely winning. It's on a low depth. Ah, they could have played this. I didn't see that. The knight takes, then pawn takes the knight. If the knight goes back here, I'm still winning, so yeah, it doesn't matter actually. I finally played the g4. Then they resigned, okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Actually, I'm gonna end the stream, make some other content. So thanks for watching this. afterward. Hopefully you learned something from the game. Sweet. Subscribe.